Okay, Dad. You've been a pretty solid investor over the years. Obviously, I don't know the extent of your portfolio, but recently cryptocurrency has become a popular thing to invest in. Do you know anything, you know, about it? Have you invested? Have you thought about it? Just what's your take on that?
My take on that is that I don't know anything about it. I don't trust it. It's change. Change is tough for me, particularly when money's involved. So I rely on an investment counselor for my investments. He's never mentioned Bitcoin or any kind of cryptocurrency. I haven't asked him. I'm not interested in it. Some things are too difficult and complicated for me because I'm pretty simple. I'm not saying I'm not smart, but I'm simple. I don't want to get into certain things, and this is one of them. So no, I don't know anything about it, and I'm not invested in it.
All right, so then let me ask you, why, as a younger person, should you invest anything in the stock market when it's so volatile? You can lose. You can have a certain amount of shares, and then they, just automatically, they change how many shares you have, and then the cost per share goes up, and like you don't have any control over your money, you know, in the market. Why should anyone invest?
Well, let me say this about one of the things you just said. Uh, the stock only goes up if if people are buying it and it increases in value. Now, when a stock price can go down, if it splits, it's a good thing for the investor. Because if you have 75 shares of Ford Motor Company and it splits, now you have 150 shares at a lower price, but you have more shares. So when it goes up again, you'll benefit from that. So a stock split is always good.
Okay, but I had the opposite occur. I had I want to say 400 shares of, I think it was Citibank, and then one day I go in there, I look, I have 40 shares at 10 times, per share what the cost was, and then it all came down, and
Well, you
it was
didn't lose any
terrible.
money on that.
Well,
If you
I
had
did,
more shares at a lower price,
but it kept going down, so yeah, I did.
well, then it's not a good stock. So your original question was, why should a young person invest in a stock market? I'm not an investment counselor. However, what I have read over the years is that if you're a young person and you're investing through your employer or by yourself, um, the stock market over the long term has proven to be a good investment. Yes, it has very volatile periods, and yes, it can cause you sleepless nights if you let it. But if you are truly in it for the long term, meaning decades long, there's nothing wrong with being in it because it always has proven to come back and come back stronger than it ever was.